Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I will be playing a blind speedrun of Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Let me first describe what I mean by a blind speedrun. I have played through this game twice, but I have never watched anyone else play or speedrun this game. I know none of the tips, tricks, glitches, exploits, sequence breaks, or skips that other players might use when speedrunning this game. I've created the route I'm going to take myself, and we'll see how fast I can go through it. Also, if you are watching this after the fact via an archived live stream, I may have created a summary video of this run. If you'd rather watch the summary than the whole thing, there might be a link for you to click in the upper right of this video right now, or in the video description. And hello to both John and Debbie, welcome! Let's get this party started. So I have played through this game twice. The second time I've played through this game you haven't seen yet. It is going to be coming out on YouTube shortly. So we're starting a new one on easy. Now I've never played on easy before. I've only ever played this game on hard. So I don't actually know what the difficulty changes are. The description of the difficulty changes don't really tell you what changes in those difficulty levels, so I'm going to find out maybe as I go. Let's go. And I will start my timer. Now I do know that you can skip cutscenes, but I don't know all of the cutscenes that you can skip, because you can't skip everything. For example, you can't skip this one. I do have some notes for myself in front of me. One of the nice things about cutscenes that you can't skip is that I get to rearrange my notes as I get further along. Come on, Ori. You've got to go save Ku. Starting off, the first thing we really want to do is defeat Howl. I will be going for some of these Spirit Light containers early on, and that's because I really want to buy one of the abilities that you can get. The Spike ability. I really want that Spike ability. Actually, there's one right there. Let's get that too. I don't know how much Spike costs when you buy it from Talk the first time, but I do know that I want it. So we're going to do what we can to afford it when we get there. Oh, there's a small enemy right there. That enemy did me basically 0 damage. That's got to be one of the differences on easy. The enemies do you basically 0 damage. Hello, Talk. Let me get my first quest. Nope, don't hit him. Talk to him. I'm not a Maki, I'm a spirit. Now my notes say that I should go down here because there's an easy to get Spirit Light container. Great. And we got a life orb. We are going to get those, of course. So the first step is getting the keystone. The first keystone, and then we need to talk again and get the second keystone. Now these enemies right here, they are my most hated enemies on hard. They still hit me on easy, but they didn't hit me for much damage. Oh right, and we lost our fire stick because of the water. I don't need that Gorlek ore. I am going to get one Gorlek ore, but we're going to get one that's a little bit easier to find, or easier to collect. Our first keystone. Just run through the enemy. Oh my gosh. This enemy right here is going to kill me. That enemy did actually kill me. First death. Jump over. Hello, Tonk. Can I have the other keystone, please? Why, thank you. Now, if the most simple enemy in the game defeated me, how well am I going to do against Howl? Open. The doors do take a little while to open in this game. You notice that when you're going through trying to go fast. The first section is just running. You learn in the second section that Howl doesn't actually do that much damage, so why did you need to run so fast in the first section? But I guess you did. Hit him in the face. Oh wow. So I do a lot more damage to Howl. Oh my gosh. That took 4 hits? Alright. That's one difference on easy. Alright, we need to go down and to the right for Spirit Edge. Through Howl's Den. Hello, I'm gonna call you Pix. Hello, welcome to the stream. This, I believe, is one of those cutscenes that we cannot skip. Oh, we can skip it. Skip it. Go. Now, let's assign Spirit Edge to my favorite Y button. And I actually have in my notes to get the magnet shard up here, because you gotta have some money. No! The easiest enemy in the game messed me up again. Those tiny little purple blob enemies have been the biggest problem thus far. Alright, magnet. Now, put magnet on, then we can get spirit light without actually going over to it. Much nice. As well as other things. We cannot skip this cutscene. Debbie says I should stop running through the blobs. Maybe I should just attack them. To be fair, one of those I couldn't actually attack because I didn't have a weapon, but that other one I could have. Alright, next, we've got to get double jump. Here's a nice little spirit light container, one of the easy ones to get. So we'll get that one. I'm going to preemptively move this rock onto this thingamabob, because we're going to need it there eventually. Also, I guess I needed to move the rock there so that we could get up, but I didn't remember that I needed to do that. Come on. Yes. I like destroying my most hated enemies in the game in 3 quick strokes. And we get double jump. So we've already gotten Spirit Edge and double jump. There is a shard above us. That shard is sticky. I don't even like that shard when I'm not trying to go fast. Sticky is just a weird shard in my opinion. So, the easiest way to go up here is to go from here. And then that rock that we put over there, we're going to move down. Down here is a keystone that we need. We need 2 keystones for the next part. I'm saying this out loud partially for myself, by the way, not just for you. It's good for me to know what I'm trying to accomplish next. Go down. And then we could move it all the way across, but that's really all we need to go with it. Great. Now where is the keystone door? I have to remember that. I guess according to my notes, it is up and to the left. So over here is the keystone door, and the last keystone that we need is right above it. There we go. We're 10 minutes in. 10 minutes in is not too bad, I think. Now, there are lots of things to break on the way up, but there's a fair amount of collectibles that I really don't care about in the speedrun. I care about them, you know, all the time because I like collecting them. But there's a lot of them that we don't actually need during the speedrun. So I'm going to be skipping a lot of them. I've written down the ones I think are most important to us, which are energy cells and life cells. Life cells might not be that important, but energy cells are, because energy cells allow us to use Spike more. But here's a nice little life cell. Goodbye, Maki. Are we supposed to go down here? No, that's a shard. We don't care about that shard. Don't remember what that shard is, but I'm pretty sure I don't care about it. I need to go down here. Here we go, the next ability. Regenerate. Regenerate is an excellent ability to have. I'm immediately going to assign it and probably not take it off until much later in the game. So we need to go up here. We will, of course, ignore Lupo and his shop, because we don't really need the maps. Indeed, running past the shiny collectibles is the most painful part of the speedrun for someone like myself. And here we go. Let's hope we collected enough Spirit Light so that we can afford Spike right now. We meet Shriek for the first time. There's Shriek. Back when I first played this game, I thought Howl and Shriek would be somewhat equal in terms of bosses. They are not. Howl is not even a boss that you fight again. Alright, we can buy Spike, which is excellent. Actually got a little bit more Spirit Light than I needed. I want to go up here, if I can. Up here. Did I make that jump? I did make that jump. Excellent. And we're going into Qualix Hollow. I wonder how hard those guys are. Well, I haven't learned yet. It's definitely better to have a little bit more Spirit Light than not enough, for sure. Hello, Mackies. They're talking about the Silent Woods. Not really a home anymore. Skip this cutscene. And those things bounce into existence. Alright. The bouncing physics in this game are really funny. Drain the swamp. And then we're going for eye stones. Now I remember that to some extent. Well, first I guess we need the next ability, which is the bow. Do we need that next? Maybe I'm wrong. Yes, we do need the bow next. Wonderful. Another ability. The Spirit Bow. We need that right now, so we're going to assign it. I skipped the opening cutscene by pressing start and telling it to skip the cutscene. So by the way, I got that energy cell fragment. That is one of the... oh gosh. Whoops, miss. That is one of the easier to get energy cell fragments, and energy cell fragments is one of the things that I think is most important to get in a speedrun. And that's because you want to use Spike as often as you can, which means you need energy. One eye stone. Probably want to destroy that guy. Yeah, it was probably worth destroying that guy. Ho-ho, got that on my first shot. That took me a few times my first playthrough. And then we can go in. We're going to walk right past Twillin, because Twillin is a shadow monster. We do not trust him. And then my notes say that we need to pull 3 levers. So let's find 3 levers to pull. We will ignore that Maki. Who cares about that Maki? He just gives us a quest that we're not going to do. Probably should have used the bow to get that frog to spit out, but I didn't need to. There's a nice little skip for you that I didn't actually know. I just performed. This one we can't actually skip like that. There we go. And in here for lever number 2, I believe. Oh, this room. Alright. Well, I do remember this room. Let's defeat this enemy so he doesn't bother me too much. So that first, can actually hit this while that's coming down. there's a rock that's going to fall. There it goes. Alright. It took me such a long time to figure out this puzzle. And it took me such a long time because there's a mechanic that you only need in this one part that I didn't know. And that's when I hit this guy, this tongue ends up going the rest of the way. I did not know that would happen, so I thought you had to catch the rock. Which meant I was making it much more complicated than it actually was. Little frog, stick out your tongue. I think, Pix, that we are agreeing with one another. I went for the extra energy cells, but maybe you're talking about one that I skipped and I didn't realize. So in this room, now that we've been through it, and that guy's going to explode, which is kind of annoying. Oh, but he took out that enemy. Not annoying at all. Very helpful. So what we accomplished by coming into this room was lowering the acid a little bit more. Because when we go back here, we can go down. I think here is where we go down. Yes. Great. We're going to ignore you. Just go right. Ignore Lupo. Don't really need Lupo. And what we're going for next is dash. Just have to remember how you get to it. We get to it through that, and we need to pull this lever. Hello, dude. I would like you to hit the wall, please. Not me, the wall. Okay. If you're tired, we can skip you. Oh, you thought that I would buy a shard from Twillin that gave me more energy. Ah, okay. That's an interesting idea. I might take your idea later on then. Because we will pass by Twillin another time. Here we go for dash. Another great ability, one that we need to use immediately. I paused there for a second because I wanted to look at what the button was before I just died. And a lot of enemies that we don't really need to do anything about, although that one took himself out. Dash is an important ability when you are trying to go fast. Hurrah for dash, as it were. Going all the way back up here because what we needed dash for, aside from just the rest of the game, is we needed dash in order to get to... Oh, look at that shot. That was an amazing shot from that guy. He can just fall directly on me, whatever. So, I think we are finally up here. We need dash in order to get to that ledge over there. And getting to this ledge over here allows us to hit that, and we can go on to the spirit well. Don't know if we need that tongue, but it's useful. And our first spirit well. Spirit wells are very nice because they allow you to teleport. In my first run, I immediately bought the fast travel ability. And unfortunately, we don't get to do that in this run. Buying the fast travel ability is not something that I'm probably going to do. Just because I'm not going to go past the one that sells it to you, Ofer, at the point that he's going to sell it to me. Alright, let's see how easy this is on easy. For defeating this enemy, you get the Take the Bug by the Horn achievement, which I find really funny because that's not what you do in this battle. At no point do you take this bug by the horn. Oh, almost got him. Got him. And then the Maquis let us pass. Apparently, this was a test by the Maquis. The Maquis set that enemy up for us to determine whether we were worthy of going on their quest. So, get hit by all of the things. One of my speedrunning advices. And we get my favorite ability, Bash. Yes. I'm sure I'm not alone in loving the ability Bash. So we do not need to do this lever yet, but we do need it later, so why not do it now? That will open the way for the Moldwood depths later on in this speedrun. Oh my gosh. Go up. And then I believe that this is worth getting because it's close by. Emma forgot that we needed to collect Bash before we could use it. Come on. Oh yeah, I just tried to grapple. I'm not the only one that thinks I have abilities that I do not have. And we go to meet Kwolok. And this will also get us our first Wisp of the game. Skip the cutscene, and there we go, we've got the Wisp. Now we're heading to the mill, so about 28 minutes to get through to Kwolok. Here are the Maquis allowing us to go to the Wellspring Glades, since we passed their test, and the Toad God believed in us. Now I told you I was going to collect one Gorlek ore, remember? This is the one right there. Great. The reason I want one Gorlek ore is because you need one Gorlek ore to unlock the Spirit Well in the Wellspring Glades. And that's a really nice one to be able to teleport to, because it's nice and center. Teleport to or from, for that matter. This is a cutscene that we cannot skip, if I remember correctly. Yep. And we made it to the Wellspring. So, let's talk to Grom and unlock this Spirit Well. There we go. Oh, Pix tells me that there's a skip that if you jump over the trigger, you can skip that cutscene. That's one of those things I did not know about. Neat. Now, as you also mentioned, it might be good to buy an energy thing from Twillin. So let's see if we can buy an energy thing. Yeah. There we go. And have some more energy. Hello, Mote. I'm sure you will be watching from the shadows. Did I bounce off the same enemy twice? It's hard to tell. Alright, I think that was a pretty good way of getting up here. So now we can go left to the Wellspring. Well, if I don't die on my way. Let's get some of this life. Alright. Hello, Voice of the Forest. Can we skip this cutscene? Of course we can't. Wellspring is the first dungeon. We already got the Wisp. Like every other area of this game, you get the Wisp after completing the area. The first one, you get the Wisp before you complete the area, which I find kind of interesting. Now, let me do this forward. My first run, I did this backward, and don't want to do that today. I like to do it forward. There we go. Much nicer. Now, if I go in here, and then can I go out up here? Of course I can. Bash off the bee. Thank you, bee. Bash off of this enemy too. Thank you, enemy. Though the distance was vast. Why can you not skip this cutscene? This is the weird one that you can't skip, right? It's even going in a different part of the world. But the cutscenes are beautiful, so why not? We want to start these things moving. That's right there. And then we need to go up. Mostly what we care about in this first level is going up. Although, maybe we need to go more in before we go up. Alright, that's possibly true. Sure. Spikes. We can go over it. No, we can't. But I tried. There we go. I think that's a better approach. I recommend that approach. That allows us to go up here, which means we can go over here. We can ignore this Gorlek completely. And to the left. I don't think I need to pull that lever. In fact, I think I'm going to avoid pulling that lever. So mostly what we need we don't need Lupo. We need to go down here and to the left so that we can get the grapple ability. Aside from being required, it also helps us go fast. Wonderful. There's grapple. Grapple. There we go. And then there's a lever up here to pull to open level 2. Level 2 of the mill. Now, in level 2 of the mill, we mainly just want to go to the right and then up. Much to the right as we can, and then as much up as we can. There we go. And then we're here. However, there's also this. And this leads to a pretty easy to get life cell, if I remember correctly. Do I remember correctly? I apparently do not, so we're not going to get it. But I thought that there was a life cell over there to get. Now, when I was writing my notes, I was trying to think about what I needed to write about this particular level, because this is a very complicated level of the mill. But honestly, there's only one way through it, so you don't really need to know anything to go through. You just do the next thing. Come on, yes. Oh, Gorlek? Wow. It is kind of neat to just destroy Gorlek like that. That opens the door. And we meet Ofer. Hello, Ofer. I would love to be able to climb on the outside like he does. Go through. This room is twisty-turvy, but really all you need to do is find a lever. And then pull the lever. And then find the next lever. and at some point you've pulled enough levers and you can leave the room. So I remember up to the left there's a Gorlek ore, and I remember that one because that was one I found in kind of a weird way on my first playthrough. I came back here to look for Tokt's compass, and while I was looking for the compass, I found that Gorlek ore my second time through. So it's kind of one of those neat secrets that while I was searching around the first time I never saw, but the second time I saw it right away. Let's go in between, maybe. I think that's a smarter way. And another lever. By the way, my estimate for how long this is going to take me, I think it's going to take me about 3 hours. So I think that we're almost a third of the way through. Well, almost is kind of over-exaggerating, but I think it's not going to take me anywhere close to the 4 hours that's required for the achievement. Now granted, I have played this game twice now. The first time through, it took me much longer than that, obviously. I was going 100%. But the second time through did not take me nearly as long. I didn't do it in 4 hours, though. Alright, that opens the third level. Now, the decay monster. And all we need to do with the decay monster is avoid him. First we have to get up there. Hello, voice. I don't know why you would build a library in a mill. Just kind of a weird thing to do, in general. A mill is not the place for libraries, in my opinion. Who knows, maybe some of those exist in the real world, I just don't know. Get him! Run! Libraries are needed everywhere. Dip into the water for a second there. No pain, no gain. Uh-oh. Going well so far, this chase scene. Of course, the hard part of the chase scene is still to come, but still, it's nice to do the first part well. The hard part is this part, and this is a hard part because it's spinning, and that changes how you deal with things. But I apparently did it just fine. Not skip the cutscene. We have to watch the decay monster flee into the Luma pools. Goodbye, decay monster. Oh, and the mill is done. 43 minutes, we're done with the mill. Next is finding Ku in the Silent Woods. bright and clean. You are very brave. So brave. So soggy. We must tell Qualak. I agree, let's get to it. There's a little platform there that I couldn't see. Down here. I don't remember if this is a good time to use the... Oh my gosh. Go up. I don't remember if this is a good time to use the spirit well that we opened up. Probably not. I'm gonna guess not, because Qualak is not that far. Go over the spikes this time. I've heard that it's a good idea occasionally. I went the wrong way. Let's check the map. I need to go up from where I am here, and then to the right. Glad I caught that. Hello, Qualak. Skip the cutscene. One of the ones that we can skip. All right. I like the concept that artists would quit if their scenes were skippable, but I can't believe that's true. I mean, not that you were assuming it was true, but I feel like if the cutscenes are good, people will like them. And it's just, if you're going through the second time and you've seen the cutscenes, you get to choose, right? That's how I would like it. Now, shoot at me. No, wrong move. Shoot. We will not be getting water breath, by the way, which is a little bit significant. It at least makes some things harder. Alright, the main thing in my mind for the Silent Woods is to remember to get the tree seed. Oh, and goodbye, John Kramer. Thanks for coming. It's good to see you here. So, go on the bubbles. Wait for that bubble. That bubble's gonna pop. Okay. I still missed it. I missed it even though I timed it well. Alright. I need a bubble. Go. Alright. There we go. That's what you do with bubbles. Now. Don't die. Don't do that. So this is what I want. I want to go up here. And I'm going up here even though it's not on the path, because if we get this tree seed over here, we can unlock 25% more damage in boss fights. I mean, not just in boss fights, all the time. Oh man, I forgot that he gives you a branch first. This is a go back and forth quest. That's not as nice. But still, the 25% more damage might make the major boss fights in this game a lot nicer. So we're gonna go for it. I'm amazed it counted that bubble. Alright. So what we want is we want the rightmost bubble. There we go. Then we want this bubble. Good. Probably the mud bubbles are the place in the game that I do the worst at in terms of just gracefulness. I think so. So next we have to get more keystones. After we find Ku. Hello, Ku. Come out. And they rub their faces on each other. I think they made this moment in the game very well. Alright, Ku. Let's hide. Now remember, Ku, when you see Shriek, you hide. Always hide. Never try to battle Shriek directly. You can remember that, we'll do just fine. Oh, and we got Ku. Let's call that getting Ku. 50 minutes to get Ku. I don't remember exactly what I meant by that split, whether I meant the rest of Ku's storyline here. But we'll stop it right there. Yeah, I probably meant the rest of Ku's storyline. Oh well. So I first want to get this guy to come out. And then we flap him. Great. There's a keystone. And now that we came all the way back down here, we can go up to get the other keystones. Hello, Shriek. Goodbye, Shriek. She guarded the silence. That's 2 keystones. You came back. 3 keystones. 4 keystones. There we go. Let's go moving on. Now, I actually wrote a reminder for myself for this next part that I have to go on top of the owl statue. Because there's an owl statue that you have to go on top of that I did not realize one of the times. You'll see that in my challenge run. And here's Howl. Howl's just gone. So much for fighting Howl again later. He's just gone. Timed that poorly. Okay, wait for the bubble, go. Now these are 2 bubbles. Yes, this owl statue right here. Have to go on top of it. For some reason I got that wrong one of the times. Go, Ku. Get the feather. The feather is our salvation. Keep going. Don't stop to look back. You're making the same mistake Orpheus made. Don't remember. Yeah, we can skip that. So we skipped the worst of the cutscenes, the most painful of the cutscenes. All right, go. Go, little Ori. Go faster. Don't call her name. Shriek is around. I wonder if they coded this part not realizing that you would have dash at this point, so they don't allow you to dash through this sort of cutscene, this half cutscene. And then we can skip this part. Alright, so we've skipped all of the emotionally heavy parts there. Nope, nope. Don't want that emotionally heavy part. Nope, don't look. Don't look. Ignore. Who's just fine. So now what we're doing is we're going to back to the Wellspring Glades, and we're going to do the tree quest real quick. The tree quest requires us to go back and forth. So we visit Thule up here, and we show him the branch. That updates that quest, and then we use this nice little spirit well that we unlocked over here. And go back here so that we can get the tree seed. Oh, if you had triple jump, you could go up. And I assume that they thought of that, and that's one of the reasons why you have such a small move set during those cutscenes. Or are you saying that you can use triple jump and they didn't code around that? Alright, tree seed. We're spending time on this, but I honestly think this is going to help. This is going to help in terms of speed on bosses enough that it'll matter. Certainly that would be true on hard. I don't know if that's true on easy. Oh, they don't take triple jump away. Oh, so you can actually cause the game not to function properly? That's great. Alright, we came back here so that we could go to Thule. So let's do it. Also, I need to actually equip some things. They take away all of the things that you have equipped during that set of scenes too. Wonder if we can skip this. No, we can't. By the way, Pix, it's kind of fun having you here, giving me little tidbits about the games that I didn't know. Alright, that's what we wanted. Now, let's put on some reasonable stuff. There, reasonable stuff. One of those things is reasonable because we need it to get into Bower's Reach, which is where we're going next. That one below me would spit at me. It would have been nicer because I could have bashed off of the spit. Come on, enemies, I need you to spit at me. Just take your feelings and put it in. And let's wake the bear. Get in there, Ori. Alright, so now that we've woken the bear, the next thing that we need to do is drop a rock on his nose. Because he didn't wake up enough. So let's wake him up some more. There you go, bear. Wake up this time. Such a sleepy bear. Alright, I put that on X, didn't I? So now we use the power of soup. I need that to go up here. Great. Me crawling on his nose doesn't help either. Alright. Next we need to go up to pull a lever. There's the lever. The lever has been pulled. And then let's make some more soup. Here's the next soup, and one of the things about this soup is we can use it to defeat that guy. Oh, I missed. So sad. Oh, I missed again? Nonsense. And I killed myself with the soup. Well, if I wanted to make this faster, here's a place where I could definitely go faster. Alright, now that we've defeated that enemy, we can do the proper soup thing. Let's see here. Let's do one more of those and then over. Great. Made some more soup. Now let's go find Talk. Oh my gosh. Miss completely. Try again. Is that high enough? That is not high enough. Give me another. You are one of those enemies that spits at me when I want you to. Good job. Yeah, so I don't know exactly why Pix finds this frustrating, but the reason that I find it frustrating is because some of the jumps you have to make in this part seem a little bit too exact. And that does make it a little bit annoying. So we find Talk, and next step is more keystones and more soup. Just run right past you. Aha, the juggling. Yeah, the juggling can definitely be an issue. Luckily, I'm doing quite well at it today. Got eaten? I need to go up there, and I need that guy to shoot. And I need to not get eaten while he's doing it. Oh, he hit me right through that stump. So, come on. There we go. Oh, there was a pull thing up here. I think that pull thing exists so that I didn't have to do what I was trying to do. But we got it. Now, the rest of this is up here. And I have to time this one so we can get that high. And then just shimmy over here. Alright, we got the keystones. We can go through the door. Should have healed after opening the door, because the door takes a little bit of time to open. And we get Spirit Burst. Spirit Burst is an excellent ability. Among other things, Spirit Burst makes... I said Spirit Burst. Light Burst. Light Burst is an excellent ability because some of the things in the game you can just sort of skip if you have Light Burst. It is a wonderful movement ability. So, we want to go left, we want to go past where we saw Talk. Hello, Talk. Goodbye, Talk. Let's go down. Now this is not where I needed to go. I guess we'll save the game anyway, but not where I needed to go. We need to go further down. Further down. And I need to hit that. Oh no, come on. There we go. Now I need more energy so that I can hit more things. As is standard during my speedruns, it seems that my batteries always die in my controller. So, this is the moment that the batteries died in this speedrun. And luckily, I planned for this and got some extra batteries up here. There we go. At least, unlike Hollow Knight, which is another time that I've had that happen, in Hollow Knight the game doesn't stop, because you can play on the controller. So at least this time, the game stopped. I said you could play on the controller. That was a very poor explanation. In Hollow Knight you can play on the keyboard, and therefore, why even pause the game if your controller dies? Just keep going. Just switch to keyboard immediately, right? Alright, so this is a part of the game that I was horrible at. Horrible, I say. So we're going to do better this time. We're going to do better when it matters. So trigger him, jump on him, throw this up. Alright, come over on this wall. Throw that up. Okay, come over on this wall, throw that up. Excellent. Third or fourth try. Good enough. Now this one, I honestly don't know if there's a better way to do this, but you, as far as I know, you have to throw it up when you're on top of him crunching you. And I managed to do it just fine that time. Alright, you've got a shield. Your shield burns. Shouldn't have attacked me with a shield. Okay, that guy we want to run into a wall. And then those guys will take out with their own shots. Your shield burns. Ooh. Taking a shield into a firefight. And then we go up to the chase scene. I need you for a boost, thank you. Could use... Actually, your boost is not enough. I reject your boost. And there we go. Thank you, needed that boost. Oh-ho. That was a crazy pole flower right there. There's a small part next to the chomp plant where you can just stand on a rock and aim. Okay. That's good to know. I might use that knowledge during my deathless run. I might try to figure out what you're talking about so that I can use it then. Hello, Shriek. Now, Shriek is dangerous. Let's run away. Also, there's an avalanche. And Ori just stands and looks at it for a little bit. Because Ori makes some mistakes in life. Oh, I apparently did not have my dash because I had already used it there. Whoops. Up. Avoid the spiky things. A pole flower that is not a flower. Bounce. Have to aim that one. Clearly you could get a little bit of benefit if you came here when you had Burrow. But it seems like only a little bit of benefit. Ignore the enemy. And the bear finally wakes up. If only we knew all it took was an avalanche to wake the bear. All right. In payment, Mr. Bear, I would like 1 wisp. Aha, we got the wisp. And we're 113 with the Memory of the Forest. Next, I'm going on to the Luma pools. Follow the signs to the Luma pools. Whoops. Yeah, Luma pools is this way. Oh, I missed that. Alright. Let's go up and get some air and try again. There we go. That's a better cycle. Couldn't make it through that way, though. Nope, nope, that's not what I want you for. Alright, I want to pull off this one like that. There we go, that was perfect. Through all of those enemies. Now I am going to blow up that wall so that we can get an energy cell fragment. I think that's worth doing. And then this wall we need to destroy. Get a little bit of air and move on. Next part, we need this wheel to be moving. Oh, I got that a while ago, Ori. It's kind of late to tell me about that one. Can we just go down here? No, we have to go around. Silly me. Go around. Definitely having as little air as I have will make the Luma pools harder. But here we are, and they do place enough air in the Luma pools for you to do it without the water breath ability. I just did it with the water breath ability the first time, and I was very happy to have it. Go up. Alright. Clockwise around this wheel. I wonder if this pole will help. Not really. We needed to get here. And then we can jump from here and glide into paradise. First step in the Luma pools, aside from listening to the voice of the forest, is to find a lever to pull. I want to pull a lever. I think that lever is above us. And we need these to get to it. Explode? You did not explode. I wanted you to explode and you did not explode. That was very unhelpful. Alright, let's get back up. In fact, you could just stand right there. Thank you. Then we can use this right here. We can use you again. And then go right through. There we go. Lever pulled. Now the next part is a series of bubble puzzles. And one of the things that we can do about these bubble puzzles is just completely skip them because we happen to have Spirit Burst. And when I said Spirit Burst, I meant Light Burst. That just avoided a giant bubble puzzle. Now here, we need to go down. Went the wrong direction. Get some air. Try that again. Hit this one and then that one. There we go. That opens this. Now down there happens to be one of these, which we can get to follow us very carefully through over here. That's not where I wanted it. We need to get it to go up. Alright, try that again. Come at me. Follow. Good. Good little enemy. Go. There we go. And that, I believe, gets us to the next place. Alright. This is dead. Gone. Crab gone. This one made the same mistake as the first one. Goodbye, crab. Goodbye, crab. Great. Accomplished. Now, the next step is meeting Qualic. And in order to meet Qualic, we've got to get another one of those exploding things. Trick. Aha, gotcha. Alright, the one problem here is air. I do not have air. Let's get some air. Alright. Oh, I didn't make it. I made it almost to the top. Actually didn't need to go around. How about that? Now, you go that way. I will get some air and then go through myself. Hello, Qualic. Fancy meeting you here. A familiar stench. I call the decay monster. Cannot skip. So he goes through there, and then we've got a trapped bubble maker. Because one of the things that you learn about Ori and the Will of the Wisps is that... Oh, let's see if I hit it. Oh, I hit it. You learn that starfish are evil. Starfish trap bubble makers. And we are friends to the bubble makers who will protect them from the evil starfish. Now, we need to get some keystones. There's one. Let's get this. One keystone. There are 3 more if I remember correctly. And I'm not going to save that bubble maker. That bubble maker, it'd be nice to have that bubble maker, but we don't actually need it. Because we've got Spirit Burst. And again, when I say Spirit Burst, I mean Light Burst. Oh. Oh no, still not. Get it. Good job. Finally got it. Now, the last one is just right there. And then we go through the door. And here's where we get Swim Dash. Wonderful. There's a whole lot of stuff to do in this room where you get Swim Dash, and we do not need to do any of it. We just leave. It's like, great, got Swim Dash, don't need to try it out. We need Swim Dash so that we can get past this part. There. That's what we needed Swim Dash for. And this will be a useful Spirit Well in a minute. So it's nice to get this one. And now is a good time to put Spike on. Now that we've used our Light Burst enough. Something is wrong with Qualic. Hurry. Hello, Qualic. We can't skip this cutscene. Alright. This is an emotionally heavy moment, and we cannot skip it. What is the game doing to us? And there's the decay monster. Alright, I deem that terrifying. Let's run. Swim dash. And then this one we need to go over. Ignore the fish. Who cares about fish? And we are to the Qualic fight. Alright. Now, I have no idea how hard this is on easy. Oh my gosh. It is a lot easier. That does a ton of damage. Holy cow. And the fight's done. Wow. Alright. Now that is a very different experience on easy than it is on hard, let me tell you. I had so much trouble with that in my hard run. Alright, Qualic. Crush him. Yes. As Emma points out, I also don't have the bounty charm on. That could have made the fight harder. Although I have done 2 hard runs now. The second hard run I did not have the bounty shard on. There were other complicating factors though, so that one was hard for other reasons too. Can we skip this? We cannot. Of course we can't skip this. We have to feel for Qualic. Kind of weird that you dissipate into nothingness, though. Not an expected way for a creature that large to go. And we got a Wisp. So an hour and 30 minutes. Now we need to get back to that spirit well that we saw on the way here. Might have to pull out my map to find it, but I'm going to go obvious way first. Okay. Now, where is it? It is to the left and down. Go through the fish. There it is. Now, we need to teleport to Qualic's Hollow. Where is Qualic's Hollow? Is that not the teleport menu? What? Warp. I want to warp. Why can't I warp to the spirit wells that I've been to? Hello? Game? Oh no! I think we've encountered a bug. Quick, exit, restart. Alright, now we should be able to warp, right? Yes, now we can warp. There we go. That was an annoying bug, but the turn it off and turn it on again strategy worked. Okay, we need to go down this way. We're going to the Moldwood Depths next, by the way. That is the path we are taking. And here... Not there. Wait a minute. Am I going the correct way? I'm not going the correct way. Went the wrong way. Back up. Not up there, though. Up a different way. Oh no. Am I doing this right? Yeah. I need to go this path. I'm messing myself up a lot, though. And that's not great, but oh well. Probably won't lose too much time for it. So this is where we want to go down. Yeah. This is more like it. And I want to go up here. I want to go up here because there is something I want up here. Shoot at me again. A life cell fragment. Based on what I've seen in the bosses, I think that my focus on those life cell fragments might not be necessary, because whereas the bosses are extremely time consuming on hard, they are apparently very simple on easy. You might call them easy. So into the Moldwood Depths. The Moldwood Depths, I feel like, is a little bit annoying for a speedrun because you can't control how fast it is. Can we skip any of this? Any of this cutscene part? No. You can't really control how fast the Moldwood Depths all that much, because you just have to go at the speed that the little light creatures go. It skitters, it bites. Beware the darkness. Got hit by a bunch of things on the way down. Oh well. I've learned that's just part of the run. So we need to follow that light. Hello, little light. Bring us down. You know, I love the soundtrack for the Moldwood Depths too. I find it to be not appropriate for the Moldwood Depths. It doesn't seem like the soundtrack I would expect there to be in the Moldwood Depths. But I like it. Do I have 2 keystones? Of course I don't. I need to go down here to get a keystone. Right? Yeah, follow the lights. Just keep following the lights. The enemies are lights. Oh my gosh. Then keystone. Great. I used a spike on that. That was unintentional. And then to get on top of that. Oh no. Oh no. I think we're behind the light. Alright, we made it anyway. Success. Try that again from the top. There we go. After I said that you couldn't do all that much in a speedrun to make it go fast, I did make it go a lot slower there than necessary. He will explode. Don't worry about him. I would love to use bash rather than grapple. There we go. And then let's get out of here. This is not where we want to be. And good time to heal. Maybe not the best time to heal, but it was a time. So we're going bouncies. This part we have to follow the bouncy things. Follow the lights. Oh my gosh. There we go. Made it to the spirit well. Used most of my life to make it here. Use another spike because I didn't put my bow on. I think I said once in my Ori playthrough that I'm sure there's at least some of you that watch me to see how I make it hard for myself, how I make things harder than they need to be. So yeah, maybe so. Alright, there's 2 keystones that we need to get. There's one. One keystone. Then we need to start that one to get the other keystone. He circles around. And then keystone. And then walk right by that one. We are following the lights down next, so that we can get the flash ability. Alright, little light. Kind of a dangerous path. Guess I could have used his shots to make it over that. And then bounce off of this, but we need to wait for the light. There we go. Nope, wrong way. Where's the right way? The right way is to the right. Oh no. That was my batteries again? That's not good. Alright. Now I actually need to go get a third set of batteries. Be right back. Alright, we're back. I've recorded like 100, more than 100 YouTube videos, and I have lost battery power almost entirely while I've been streaming, and almost entirely while doing speedruns. It's crazy. I think I went the wrong way here. I think I needed to go up. That might not be right. I mean, I see a light thing up there. Let's follow it. Let's follow it. Where am I going? Uh-oh. Let's look at where we are. We need to go up and to the right, I believe. So let's get up and to the right. And I think we need that light thing to do it, which I kind of left behind. Yeah, I think we need to go right here, and in order to go right here, we need to go this way and get that light. There we go. All right. Messed myself up a couple times there. But we're back on track. Come on, little light. I'm eager to get this next ability. Let me tell you. Wonderful. So now we've got Flash. According to my notes, I should put on Flash, which is appropriate. Let's put on Flash. And I should use my map to figure out where I'm going. So I want to go to the left, and then up. Because I knew at this part that I would be very turned around as to where I was supposed to go. So rather than giving myself directions, I said, look at your map, man. The map will help. Still good. And then we go this way. And where we want to go is basically right up from here. But there is something just to the left that I believe is a life cell. Yes, and we can get that life cell now. Great. Life cell fragment got. Now we can go the other path that we were supposed to go. So, bounce up. Whoops. We really do need energy, which is right here. So, great. Needed that energy. And I am going to get this life cell again. I think I might be going out of my way to get life cells too much, just because of the differences on easy mode, but I do like having them. So let's go for them. The easy ones anyway. Now, I can use a light burst to make this part easier. Did not make it much easier. Go back out. Get more energy. Then go in. I think we're supposed to go to the right up here. There we go. Now we're going the right way. And another light burst. Another light burst did not work. This way, that way, jump. We're getting very close to Mora. And let's just get that right there. Alright, before we go into the Mora fight, I definitely want that and that on. The Mora fight was so hard for me the first time. I would love to see how this works on easy. I want to destroy Mora this time. Come out wherever you are. Alright, go back in. We don't like it. Okay, so. What? We're already to the next phase? Wow. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be so much easier. Now let's see here. We need to go up. Go up. Failed to go up. Oh my gosh. Grab on. Go up. There we go. Much better that time. So here, the next phase of the fight. And let's get some energy so that we can destroy this phase too. Oh. Oh. Got her. Alright, unfortunately... Alright, the energy came back just in time. And there's Mora down. Wow. That was much, much easier. Skip this cutscene. We've got the Wisp. So that we're at 149. And we've only got 2 more things to do. Get the last Wisp. And complete the game. So here we go. And we will teleport here to the Silent Woods. And go into the Windswept Wastes. If I listened to the Frat Boy remix of Mora's soundtrack, no. Oh my gosh. My batteries again. This is getting ridiculous. Alright, maybe if we just swap the batteries back and forth, we'll be fine. We'll see. Anyway, we're going into the Windswept Wastes. And to do that, we have to pass by Shriek yet again. Shriek just keeps showing her face. So I was responding to pics, yes. I have never listened to that soundtrack. I've actually, because I've been doing a blind playthrough, I've been very careful to not look up anything, to look up as little as I possibly can about this game, which means I haven't seen that fun stuff either. But we're pretty close to the end of my blind playthrough, so I will be opening myself up to all of the Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and Ori and the Blind Forest stuff. I've been ignoring that too, simply because I thought it might tell me things about Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Alright. Yes. You can't see me. I'm invisible. This small bit of canvas protects me. Because you don't have the eyes of the forest. I have the eyes of the forest. You can barely see. Alright, this one we have to go fast. Go fast. Made it. And we're into the Windswept Wastes. Alright. Next is getting Burrow. And listening to the voice of the forest, of course. We had to unlock the voice of the forest first, so that it could tell us the rest of the stuff. I like how knocking that one down destroys it. I just find that fun, that they did that. Oh yeah, you can't bash off of those while they still have their armor on. So here's the big pot room. So next we want to go up and then to the left to get Burrow. And another place where having Spirit Burst lets you skip a thing that you would have had to do if you didn't have it. One of the reasons why I think it's really nice to do Bower's Reach first is that you have those things that you wouldn't have. You have those things that you wouldn't have. That's a very poor way of saying that. You have the ability to go past some things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do. And we get Burrow. Burrow is a fun ability. I like Burrow a lot. And we don't need that one. That's where Lupo is. Don't need any of Lupo's maps. We need to go up this way. And basically, the rest of this space, the windswept waste, is really just going up and to the right as much as you can. I skipped by, I think, a spirit well over there. It may have been a spirit well. Maybe it was just a different secret, but don't feel like we need it. So there's one. Let's see here. There's keystones over here. All right, here's another switch off. Okay. Back at it. So we found the door. We need the keystones, though. Did not get any of the keystones. Go back and get the keystones. There's one. And then the other one, I believe, is down, right? Yes. The voice of the forest is way less annoying than Navi. That's very true. Navi is the quintessential annoying character. Huh. I want that. How did I get that before? Don't remember. Alright, we're not getting it. Oh, I get it with this thing down here, which did not follow me at all. That was a failed sprout. Try another one. Come on. Well, it actually made it to where we needed it to go, so I guess I can't complain too much. But man, it took a weird route to get there. The AI for these enemies right here. Oh my gosh. That opens a door. Let's go through the door. But not hit the lasers too much. I mean, we can hit them a little bit. No pain, no gain, as it were. But let's try not to hit them all the time. Kind of took a poor path through this laser windmill room. Let's try this again. And heal up before we go. And of course I don't have my healing on. There we go. We can make it through that one. Great. And down through this pot we find another one of these. Please follow me better than the other ones did. You failed. You failed, Mr. Sprout. We will try your brother. Your brother failed too. How about your second sister? Oh my gosh. Come on. The family of these sprouts is so bad at following enemies. There we go. I agree that this part of the soundtrack is very nice. The heart of the forest. Let's go. Now this next part is kind of frustrating in my opinion, because we have to stop at every single mural on the way. They really want to tell us the story. Oh my gosh. There we go. So here's the first mural. So we stop and we look at the mural. Very nice. It's the willow tree. And then here's the next mural. Oh no, what's happening to the willow tree? Poor willow tree. Then we break some pots in our anger. Find a bad Ori soundtrack. The Ori soundtrack is very good. The story of this game, the theme of this game, the music, the visuals, all of that was given a lot of care. The Willow's children, they're so sad. And then, hey look, it's me. I was hope foretold. But I didn't come soon enough. So the Gorlek had to hide the Wisp. Alright, let's get this. Knock this down. And I do want to get this spirit well. I don't know if you have to save the spirit wells to activate them. It kind of seems like you don't, but I feel like you do, and I want that one activated. Voice, memory, strength, eyes, heart. With our powers combined, I am Captain Planet. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0. Hello, Seer. Let's go to the Willow. I agree. I think we should go sooner than later, as it were. And what was Seer about to say there? The only way there is through the Weeping Ridge? Was that the message? Because the Weeping Ridge is not, like, a terrible place, exactly. For being interrupted, I don't think she was about to say something that meaningful. Pull, not dash. Now we dash. And then we need to stay up at this part. Don't go too far down. bounce. Alright, and I love this part of the chase scene. Hide. Then chase him. Pull. That was a pull. And then the last bit. Wonderful. And I think that's a good time to do the split. So we got the heart. And now all that's left is the final dungeon and Shriek. I intend to beat that within an hour. I think that's very doable. Come on, Ori, move forward. There it is, the willow. So what you were going to say in the temple over there was you have to go through the Weeping Ridge? Is that what you were saying? Now, I don't know if this is brilliant or not, but I think the fastest way is to go back in the temple, because if you go back in the temple, you can get to that spirit well very quickly, which means we can teleport. I feel like that might be a cool thing that I realized, or it could be dumb. Let me know. Am I dumb for going back in the temple? So now we can warp, and we want to warp here, so we can go into the Weeping Ridge. Here's an interesting part. Can we skip it though? No, we can't. Alright, we have to watch this interesting part. I like it though, because Shriek comes into attack, and then Seer attacks back with force, and then Seer starts charging up again, because Seer is totally going to murder that bird, and then Ori stops her. Ori is the only reason that Seer did not just murder Shriek right there. Goodbye, Shriek. We will see you later. And here we are. The Weeping Ridge. Now, this elevator is very questionable as an elevator. I don't think this elevator is kosher as an elevator. Huh. I was kind of expecting Spike to defeat the Gorlek in one hit. I guess these Gorleks have more health than I give them credit for. But it does go straight through the shield, so it's still very nice. There, I spent all of my energy. All of the energy on Spike. Yeah, this elevator, not up to safety standards. Now I should have put on a bow. And I might pay for the fact that I did not put on a bow. But we get launch. A ridiculous ability. So, we're gonna have to put launch on that one, and let's put the bow on, because I think the bow might be very nice to have. That is a secret. We don't need that one. We need this one. And launch through that. Launch again. There we go. Launch is basically bash, except that you don't need a projectile. You just can launch from practically anywhere. So launch up, and then we want to over and up. Very nice. Hello, voice. Or actually, you're no longer the voice. You're the entire forest. All the aspects. The end draws near. It does. And there are Gumo and Nehru. The last dungeon, which bears a striking resemblance to the last dungeon in Ori and the Blind Forest. I really like how they did that, while making thematically it's much different. Because thematically, you're not in a volcano this time. But the way that the dungeon works is very similar. And I enjoy that. Okay, launch. I want to launch like that. Alright, I don't know if destroying that and then touching the spikes was actually that helpful. But that's how I did it. Now this, we need to avoid that. Great. Successfully avoided. Launched a little bit much there, Ori. And first part of the decay, gone. Next, we're going bottom left. And I think it's best to start up here. There we go. The timing on this is very poor. Alright, still made it. Good. Up here, and then we need to do that and launch up there. Oh, I made it. Don't know how I made that one, but I did. Second part of the decay, gone. Technically, I could get a life cell fragment that I have on my list to get, but I'm not going to get it, because it turns out that having more max life hasn't really been necessary. Not nearly as much as I expected it to be. Thank you for the lift. There's Lupo. We're going to ignore Lupo again. I know we've ignored you the entire time, Lupo. Don't want to change that. He destroyed himself. No, I did not want to go through there. I want to go up first. Right. Because there is this. Oh my gosh. Alright. Let's try timing this well. There we go. That's there. Fell down through, whatever. We need one of these to go through. And then we need it to go through there. Then let's go through there. Now we need that to go either up or down. We'll have it go up. Great. And then we need to go up. And then we need to direct it there. Wonderful. That was pretty complex. I've solved it before, of course, so it's not like it was too difficult to solve it the second time, but still, that's a pretty complex part. Now we go through here. I wanted to bash one of those. Let's just bash off of the enemy itself. Huh? Danger? There's a Gorlek. And where are we? Are we near the center? We are near the center. Great. So I want to go past this. Actually, let's go right first. Yeah. So, hello Gorlek, we'll pass by you again. Whoops. Go through that and then launch. I'm actually very low on life, so I would prefer to heal when we get a chance. The extra portal you can unlock where you teleport on your way to the well has a small chance of bugging out. Oh. And you get instant death. Oh, that's annoying. Is this also something you discovered in your own play, or do you know that from someone else? Now, I want to go left, and there's a couple paths this way. One of them is down. Let's go down first. And this is definitely where I want to heal. Because the way that I'm going to make my through these lasers is by getting hit by several of them. And since I knew that's what was going to happen, good to heal beforehand. Oh, I didn't make it up. There we go. Made it that time. You've played through the game 6 times on your own. All right. I've played through twice, almost 3 times at this point. Now, I need the hole. There. There's a hole. Stay to the right. Stay to the left. Go through. Now, next one. Try not to die. This is one of those places where I feel like I die relatively easily. Oh, made it through. Made it through kind of fast, actually. Now, the real question is, can we go fast enough through this? No. And I died instead. The question is, can I go fast enough through this that I don't have to wait for it to turn around? And did not make it. Good time to heal again as well. We're at 219. Pretty happy about that. I mean, obviously I could be going faster, but I'm pretty happy about how fast I am going. I don't know if I'm going a path that you're supposed to go. Feel like I might not be. There we go. Back where I wanted to be. And now we're going up and to the left. This part is dreadfully confusing to me, because there's that pink stuff that you can hit, and for some reason I just can't tell. My mind says that it's in the background, and it's actually in the foreground. So I wonder what Spike does to this enemy. Let's try it. Spike did nothing. I mean, granted, it might have just hit one of the rocks. Yeah, it might just be hitting the rocks. Wrong button. Let's try to use Spike a bunch more. Nice. Yes, there we go. That's what I was hoping Spike would do. Can't use it anymore though. Use it a bit too much. I kind of feel like I could end this battle immediately if I could just get up and hit the thing. So that's what I'm trying to do. Got it. All right. Now, we're very close to the end. Let's see if I can make it my way back through this safely. Alright, made it. And now we just need to go up. So this is a fun part of this dungeon. I like these spinning teleporter things. I think they're neat. And they make it so that it's interesting and hard to do it well. I landed on spikes there a little bit, but I'm still alive. Hit it. Great. Last decay down. The rest of this is just Shriek. And I am going to stop by this right here, because getting my energy and health up will help. $223. So my prediction of beating this game in less than 3 hours looks like it's going to be much less than 3 hours. The achievement, by the way, is for 4 hours. Skip this cutscene. Alright, here we are at Shriek. Just like the other ones, how much does this do? Alright, I think we made it to the second part already. Second part is a chase scene. I have many movement abilities at this point, which makes the chase scene kind of fun, just seeing like how much more you can do now. Oh no! Oh no! I missed. Ooh, start the chase scene over. That's annoying. Oh well. Have to land on that so we can jump again. Jump, 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 dash, jump, dash. Something like that. Here we are at the next part of the battle. Ho-ho, I hit her while she was in the air. Ho-ho, hit her again. The next part is already here. Okay. So the one problem here is that I can't use Spike anymore because I used it too much already. But now she's gonna land, I think she lands center first. Oh, actually she dives like that first. So now, I might die. I did die. Alright, let's start this part over again. Except that this time I have enough energy for Spike. That might actually make the battle faster, having died. She lands there. She lands in the center. She lands over there. And we need to be up. Can't tell where she's coming from. Okay. Somehow I won anyway. That was a very poor Shriek battle, but we won. And less than 2.5 hours. Wonderful. That was Ori and the Will of the Wisps in just under 2.5 hours with my blind playthrough. My blind speedrun, where I know very little about speedrunning this game, and I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. How fast I was able to go through that with on my own strength, on my own knowledge. So great. The only downside was having to switch out my batteries, because apparently 3 sets of batteries was not enough. I needed 4 sets. This is not the last that you will see from me for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. For one, there is a deathless run that I have still yet to accomplish. So I will be streaming a deathless run. It will probably take me a couple streams, and it may take me more than a couple attempts. And then also there's a challenge run that I have already recorded. That was my second playthrough. And that challenge run is what's going to come out next in videos. So you got the speed run and the deathless run for streams, and a different sort of challenge run where I'm playing on hard, I never spend any spirit light, and I never equip a shard. So shardless, lightless, hard run is what you'll see next in videos. Oh right, I have to actually play this part. This is one of those pseudo cutscenes, where it's a cutscene but I have to tell Ori to move forward. Memories of the family. I don't know if Ori is going slow here because she's hurt, or if she's drained in terms of physical body, for as much as Ori has a physical body, I guess. Or if she's going slow here because she's reluctant to make the next step. I would be reluctant. Poor Ori. Let go of all of your dreams to fly. So what happened there is Ori murdered a bird. And after Ori murdered a bird, she had to become a spirit tree. Because that's just what spirit trees do. So once you make that step of murdering a bird, you become a spirit tree. That's how the spirit life cycle goes. And here are the Maki. They don't yet believe. Exactly. It's an initiation ceremony to become a spirit tree. And my theory is that Ori communicates through the pulsing light. So all the forest knows what Ori thinks because of the pulsing of the light. That's the communication method. And look at how big Ku is here. Ku's gigantic, as you'd expect. Ku is the daughter of Kuro. And I think Gumo... Like, what was happening in that last scene? Was Nehru helping Gumo walk around? And then, if you haven't seen this, watch as it pans up. Look at the pictures of the characters in the tree. So Nehru's on the left, then Gumo, then Ku. I think that's a cool detail. And this brings us all the way back to Ori and the Blind Forest. The intro to Ori and the Blind Forest showed a leaf like this going off, and that's when Ori was born. And I did get the achievement, look at the time. So another achievement unlocked. I'm gonna let these credits roll for the rest of this stream, but the credits have a fair amount of time, so if you have any questions, if there's anything you'd like me to talk about, I'd be happy to talk about while the credits go. I'm certainly going to do a battery charging fiesta right after this stream, where I charge all these batteries. Am I going to do another type of challenge that I haven't talked about? Not for Ori and the Will of the Wisps, not that I have planned. So the challenge runs that I intend to do for Ori and the Will of the Wisps are the speedrun that you just saw, the shardless, lightless, hard run that's coming out next, and a deathless run. So those are the 3 challenge runs that I intend to do for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Hicks likes the character details in the credits. Yeah. Here is the Key and Thule working on a tree together. I like that. For my next stream for the Deathless run for Ori and the Will of the Wisps, I think that's going to be either next week or the following week, just depending on whether I've got the time next week or not for it. Have I heard of, and would I ever try out, the Blind Forest Randomizer mod? I have not heard of it before. Randomizer mods seem really cool to me, so yeah, I would definitely try that out. I guess I would do that after Ori and the Will of the Wisps is all out. But yeah, I'd be very happy to stream a randomizer of an Ori game. That sounds excellent. So the way that randomizers usually work is that the items are swapped around. So like you wouldn't get the abilities in the same order. And places where you'd find Spirit Light are actually life cells, or life cells might be keystones. Moving the keystones around might be a little bit too much for a randomizer. That seems particularly hard to do for Ori and the Blind Forest. For Ori and the Will of the Wisps, it seems very doable because, I mean, other than I have no idea how difficult modding this game is, but in terms of just the practicality of it, there's a lot of times where there's a lot of different items that you can get, whereas Ori and the Blind Forest seems like a much more railroaded game. You're supposed to encounter the plot of the game in a very specific order, and all of the areas are like that, are you must have this in order to go through this area. So randomizer mod sounds hard to design for Ori and the Blind Forest, and sounds like it would be a lot of fun to try out. There's Twillin and Gumo. We learned in the first game that Gumo was of a race of designers or architects, so having Twillin show him shards is pretty interesting. Maybe Gumo will be making shards later. What was the hardest section of the speedrun this time? It was the Moldwood Depths. The Moldwood Depths, I got turned around kind of a lot, especially when trying to find Flash down there. So I would call that the hardest. I got turned around in the Moldwood Depths, and that was one of the times that my battery died. So that additionally threw me off a little bit. But it really wasn't any of the combat. It was not knowing where to go next exactly. And knowing exactly where to go next is really important for a speedrun. So here's an excellent picture in these credits showing you the size of Ku versus Nehru and Gumo. Ku is gigantic, of course. I always thought the Makis looked a lot like Ori. So the spirits, the design of the spirits is similar to the design of the Makis. And I wonder if there's an in-universe explanation for that. Like, the form that the spirits take is based on the Maki's form. I ran into one bug this time while playing through the speedrun. That could have been really poor, but the save and exit and come back in fixed it. So I'm very happy that that worked out for me. There's a theory that the Maki could be decayed spirits. Oh, how interesting. Great. How much percentage did we get? We got 18%. Actually, it looks exactly the same as my hard difficulty run that you'll see later. All right. Well, that's it for me. I am going to end this stream for now. And thank you all for coming. This was a fun one. Not only due to the game itself, but also interacting with you guys was great. So,